Hey, this is Aaron.
And Dustin.
And this is the story so far. I was nominated for the ALS challenge by my daughter Ryan, and I want to challenge my wife Tiffany, my dad and author of Where the Blacktop Ends, John Mizell, and I'm going to nominate the third part of our show, even though I'm not sure if it's going to be accepted, Katie Punt.
And I was nominated by my best friend, Josh Robin, and I'm going to nominate Matt Larson, Baby Sora, and Lauren.
All right.
Let's get to it.
Oh yeah.
The most satisfying part is going second. It's like revenge. Why do you have to be tall?
That's brisk. So stay tuned for the show. We'll catch you guys in a little bit. This is Aaron.
And Dustin.
And Katie.
And we just completed the ALS challenge, and this is the story so far. Now, the importance of the ALS challenge is to bring notoriety to the disease and to hopefully get donations. I've made my donation, so they don't. I know in the video you're supposed to do it within 24 hours, or you have to pay $100. And if you do it within 24 hours, you have to pay $10. I know that ALS is not expecting you to hold to those amounts. So if you do the challenge, even if you don't do the challenge and you wanted to donate what you can. Okay, they're not expecting you to go broke over it. So, I'm not saying what I donated to it, but I did not donate the $100. So, but I did donate what I could. And I know that, like I say, everybody's expecting you just to donate what you can. But please don't just do the challenge and not donate if you can afford to donate. If you can't donate, then please keep posting the funny videos.
Yeah, I pretty much watch all the ALS bucket things that pop up on my Facebook, personally. People's reactions are amazing.
They are, and hopefully you guys laughed at our video. So, or I should say our videos. I'll see how we're going to put those in post-production onto the video, but I know that ours will be up first. Katie's might book in the
Tiffany
show.
beat us, actually. Hers is already up.
Well, there you have it. So, but along with the challenge video, I want to talk about awareness for different causes, because somebody else I know, and I'm not going to name names here, but somebody else I know did a different style of a awareness challenge thing, and it really brought some heat to not only them, but to their spouse because of what the challenge was. I thought that it was an absolutely stupid challenge. It wasn't humorous in any way to me. I don't know if it was humorous to anybody else, but I really didn't find it funny, especially the one that was posted, because of the fact that I came along and I saw what the first post was and a bunch of people's reactions afterwards. And so I would suggest that
it was definitely more the reactions. I mean, people kind of just jump right to it.
Well, I when I saw it, I jumped right to the same conclusion. I was like,
but you weren't calling him out on it.
No, I didn't call him out on it. And I hadn't even had a chance to talk to him about it. But fortunately, we found out the truth, and so that's when I made my post on Facebook about it, because really it does make you and everybody else that posts about it look like a jerk. So I'd say that if you're going to do some sort of awareness campaign for a special project or something that you want to bring awareness to, make it interesting, but make sure that people are not going to be offended by it or hurt by it, okay?
Well, and so that one was for breast cancer awareness, right?
It was.
And that's actually, so the thing with that, they actually switched to that because, did you know ALS actually stole the Ice Bucket Challenge?
Did they really?
It started as a cancer awareness thing, and they switched it over to Lou Gehrig's disease, so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I would think that there are plenty of other things that you can do that are just as interesting and can bring just as much awareness.
I'm going to pour mercury all over myself. Oh.
That'll be an interesting challenge. I think you'll be the only one to take that one.
People are kind of dumb.
Possibly. So.
No.
But yeah, I've thought that it was interesting, and I know that the challenge is probably overdone, And there are plenty of other causes out there that are worthy of something like this. So please get behind them, do what you can for them, because you know, the more that it gets out there in people's faces, you know, the more that it does raise awareness for different causes.
Actually, kind of leading into something that I wanted to talk about. Did you see? I forget his last name. It's a celebrity's name's Orlando something or other. Did you see his?
Orlando Jones.
Orlando Jones.
Yes, I posted about that.
Yeah, his was pretty good too, raising awareness for the militarization of the police and all of that.
Yeah, I really liked that video, and I shared it on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Welcome Sawyer to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
And he was actually really fair about it too, because he said, you know, don't jump to the conclusion and assume that these cops are just running around killing people, but just don't let the police do whatever they want, essentially.
Exactly, and I gotta say, there are a lot of videos out there floating around right now in the media, in the various media, about cop killing pedestrians, thieves, criminals, whatever. And some of them are warranted, but a lot of them are not warranted. And those cops that are doing that, those are bad apples.
Well, and even the one we talked about with the guy that was, 20, 30 feet away, I mean, I could understand them taking the shot, but why 6 shots, and why not try something less lethal first?
There was definitely a better way around that.
Yeah.
So, the one that we're talking about is this guy in St. Louis, shoplifted from a store, was hanging around outside the store still, and was being videotaped. These 2 police officers rolled up on him, got out of their car, told him to throw the knife down, and at this point he was probably 30 to 40 feet away. And he started walking towards him, got it within about 20 feet, and both cops shot him.
He probably took 6 to 7 shots. I mean,
and they could have handled that situation so much better. I know that, it might be the heat of the moment, but when you first roll up on somebody and there's 2 of you, you can calmly say, partner, you handle it this way, I'll handle it that way to back you up, so that if the non-lethal way doesn't work, then we can go to the lethal means. But they didn't do that. They exercised poor judgment, and now we're where we're at. The cops in Ferguson, that cop was just received a commendation for some heroic act or something, and then he turned around and did that.
People say, well, he was outweighed by 100 pounds, and he already got punched in the face. He was defending himself, but I've wrestled Matt and beat him, and he obviously outweighs me by at least 100 pounds.
Yeah.
So if I can do it, a cop should have the training to take down a guy that outweighs him.
I think so.
An unarmed guy.
But, while we're talking about, non-lethal means, you've got a taser that one cop could apply while the other one has his lethal method on there. You got pepper spray. You've got rubber bullets that could have been deployed.
Yeah.
Tons of different ways that could have been handled. And yeah, I know that we are being the couch quarterbacks here or whatever on the situation, but
well, and actually a few you haven't even heard of, like full out just blatant murder by police. And I know not all of them are bad and all that, but I mean these ones that are really need to be punished, because they're giving them a slap on the wrist, if that, and then letting them go.
yeah.
And so, like, for example, one I read was some kid who had, I forget the name of it, schizophrenia. So he's holding a screwdriver.
Oh.
His father calls the cops to come help him get him to drop the screwdriver, and the cops show up. 2 of them, talk him down, and then when the 3rd guy shows up, he tases him. The 2 guys hold him down, and the 3rd cop says, "We don't have time for this," and just shoots him.
Shoots him while he's on the ground.
Shoots him in the chest.
Incapacitated.
And it was a 12-year-old boy, something like that. It was a young...
He was a young kid. Yeah.
He was a kid. Flat out.
But we do understand that there are good cops out there. We don't want you to think that we're bashing all cops. I do know that there are good cops out there. I ran into them myself. So we do appreciate your service. But there definitely needs to be some weeding out of the bad cops.
Agreed.
So I will mention by name Chris Burbank, the police chief down in Salt Lake. That is one cop that I really like. Everything that I see in the media about him, he handles situations peacefully, and he's doing a good job down in Salt Lake. So there you go. There's one example of one good cop. All right, I know there's plenty more out there, but
Yeah. But it's just, lately it seems like they're like, it's going on over there. They're not going to pay any attention to us. And then when they hit the news, like, oops.
yeah.
I mean, did you hear the one out of California? Another one that was a kid. He was walking home with a airsoft gun. And he was carrying it, obviously. Cops roll up on him and they say, hey, you need to drop that. And he turned around, but because he turned around holding it, they said he pointed it at him, so they wasted him. And what do you expect him to do? You call him, he's gonna turn around.
Yep. So, well,
Yep.
have we beat the horse to death here on that?
I think so.
All right.
Not all cops are bad, but the ones that are need to be punished.
We love you too. Any other news-related stories that you want to talk about right off the head?
Not in particular.
All right, Sora, can you hop down for just a second? I need this particular piece.
Toolbox. The leading cause of death in America.
We need to do something about them. We really do. No, actually, so what you see there, you see a toolbox.
A 19-inch by 12.5-inch toolbox.
A Stanley, if I do.
Very cheaply, very cheap. Cost me $9.84 at Walmart. The reason why this is up here is because of the fact that we talk a lot about cosplay here. We talk about making costumes, but we don't talk about the storage of our tools.
True.
And yes, it is a toolbox for storing your tools. In this particular toolbox, I have scissors, I've got my glue gun, I've got my paints, my paint brushes. Very, very useful piece of equipment to have for being a cosplayer.
Definitely.
Now, one particular awesome thing about this cheap toolbox is it comes with a mini toolbox.
They're reproducing.
They are. So, but like I said, this one was under $10. Cheap to buy, so I mean, if you need more than one, you'll have plenty of money to buy a second one. Plus, it comes with the mini one for all your mini accessories. I haven't got anything into this one yet because these are both brand new. Wanted to bring it out tonight and show you guys that we talk all things cosplay on the show. So you need space to store your tools, and two fine little examples here of doing that. So.
Birds.
Yeah, what the heck was that?
That was his text tone.
Oh.
I was like the dead duck.
That duck's starting to come alive on the table here. Wow.
Yeah, no, I made my text tone a crow to go with my scarecrow thing, so.
Nice. So,
Yeah, everybody gives me that look when they're like, what's going on here? It's a pretty good text tone.
Well, careful, bud. So to give an update on my costume, I bought my boots tonight, so I'll be wearing them over the next week and a half to get ready for Comic-Con. Really excited about it. I just hope that I don't get bashed on them because they are not military boots, but they're the best that I could come up with to for the costume, and I think they'll look really good. I'm actually probably going to be trying the costume on tonight, getting full into it and seeing what I need to finish up on the costume and what else I can do to enhance it. So, very excited.
Mine is just about complete as well, so maybe next week we'll show them off, huh?
There it is. There's the challenge for us for next week, is everybody to show up in costume.
The Breast Cancer Awareness Cosplay Challenge.
Katie, just show up with what you have.
Just do your best.
And if it's nothing, well, then I guess our ratings are going to go through the roof.
Oh, hey.
Careful, it's the camera.
It's like when you were on, Justin TV, and you're like,
Go for sure. Okay.
Speaking of Justin TV, guess who was asking me, why aren't we running live anymore?
the girl we thought killed herself?
No, wow.
What was her name again? I think she,
I don't know.
when the rapture happened, she just, disappeared.
Oh,
That was a long time ago.
yeah, that's too long ago to remember.
Wasn't her name, Jessie?
Could
I
have been.
barely remember your name. How are you?
But I gotta say, one reason why we don't run live is so that I can edit stuff into it, like the opening and end credits. Did you guys happen to see the end credits last week?
I didn't.
Did you even watch the video?
I did. I didn't see the end credits.
So you saw the opening though, you know, saw our logo. So
Maybe I did see the ending. What was the ending?
just said starring us and then how to reach me.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna ask you guys if you want me to throw on your
Actually, I
your
did
stuff.
see that. That was at the end.
Yeah.
Man, I remember seeing it, but I don't remember being
I
at the
remember
end.
us doing our little news sign-off thing. And then
Oh yeah, I didn't even edit that out.
I know.
Or did I? Did I?
No, it was on there.
Okay. All right.
It was great.
Well, anything to report in the world of comic books?
You know, I haven't heard anything recently. Assault on Arkham is probably the only recent thing that's, I mean, and I hear it's pretty good, but other than that, I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to be based on Blackgate.
Yeah.
It's,
The mobile game?
yeah, the mobile game, which is not very good because it was made for mobile.
That figures.
Yeah.
I have not gotten into the Infinite Crisis video game on Facebook, so I have nothing to report on that, and I haven't even read any more of the comic books. I've just been way busy. So
I hear you.
I've been way busy with trying to get stuff together for Comic-Con for my wife's costume. Hopefully that will be all complete by then. If not, she'll just come as what we've got, and you guys will just have to be happy about it.
And you will be.
Speaking of which, on that Cosplay Utah, did you see somebody posted a picture of their steampunk hat recently? And it looked identical to yours.
Oh no, it doesn't look identical to mine.
Okay.
Oh no, ours
No.
is way better.
Seriously, no. And the reason why it doesn't look identical to mine is because they have like bronze on their rivets and that.
Well, I just meant like just the little patches.
And actually, mine, you'll see that they look different.
Okay.
Well, I'll have that hat.
I thought it was yours when I was scrolling through my newsfeed.
No, I did see it, and I'll have our hat here prepared next week.
Fantastic.
It'll be front and center.
Well, we'll be looking forward to it, Bob.
No, but there are subtle differences, but yes, they are based off the same concept. So it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens if we run into them. See if there's gonna be a
There can
cool
only
hat
be
or
one.
yeah. So it'll be cool to see though. But I personally think that our hat looks a lot better, just for the fact that ours looks more like an actual top hat, and theirs is kind of a cowboy hat, if you ask me. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not putting it down by any means, because I still think that it looks good, but mine looks different.
Well, if there's
And it will
issues,
look
I'll just walk up, steal your hat, run off, get chased down by a 12-year-old. You know.
Yeah. So.
So we haven't done that before.
What?
Huh? One of the first times
Is that a
Aaron
good
and
trampoline?
it was within like the first couple times we'd met. We did that. Got it on camera. Remember that at the fair?
Wasn't that at Clinton days?
Yes. Yep.
What?
So we were messing with people. I think Matt was recording at the time, but Aaron went over, played this game, and he won, and he was just, holding a duck or whatever. So I walked over, and I went in to grab it, and Aaron pulled away, so I grabbed his hat and ran, and one of the kids who worked in the game actually chased me because he thought I was legitimately stealing from Aaron.
And you can find that episode on on my channel at Dutch Aaron 90210 on YouTube.
Yeah,
Probably
and,
one of our
Don't tell
first
them which
10
one. They have to watch
episodes.
all of them.
was
they
it
did.
like an hour later, the kid walks by and he's like, "Did you get your hat back?" And he was like,
Yeah, I had that on. Dustin was with me. So that was when we were trying to do some video a little bit like Jackass.
"Yeah."
So
What's funny is I stole his hat and then I ran past the cop that was at the fair. I'm just surprised that kid was like, "Hey, he stole,"
yeah.
Wouldn't that be something fun to get tased over?
Tase nowadays? Right.
Oh, this was years ago.
Yeah, it's been 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Been a while.
Yeah. The show's been on and off for quite a while.
So if you're still watching, get married.
Yeah,
Find a hobby. Get a pet. You know.
definitely.
No, but really, here at Channel 5, we love you. Oh, we're not doing the news report thing. Okay.
No. So, well, you guys got anything else you want to talk about?
That's it.
Nope.
Alright, so it's time to pimp stuff.
I don't have anything.
We put you on the spot.
I don't have anything to plug this week that I've already. Yeah.
Oh, you can plug every week.
Oh, you should plug every week.
End Zone. That's my plug this week.
And,
Still, End Zone. Best comic shop ever.
amazing place.
On Clearfield, or in Clearfield on Main Street.
Alright, well, I got a few things to plug. Get on Amazon, look up Where the Blacktop Ends. It's a book by John Mizell. I like it. I love it. It's a book I read quite a bit. I will have the book here at some point. So, also, go to paparazziaccessories.com/27425 and look for Tiffany Mizell. She's selling paparazzi. You can also look her up on Facebook.
Dude, the Tiffany Mizell?
The Tiffany Mizell.
Dude, I don't even... I gotta go do this.
I know. I'm telling you, you can feed your $5 fix. So, check it out. Also, look up KJ Photography. She does photography, obviously.
She's great.
She
really is.
does. She does good pictures.
She took our family pictures.
That she did.
Yeah, actually, I need to hit her up and see if she can do some of our cosplays.
Perfect.
So, I know that she will be at Comic-Con. She may have her camera on her. So, look for us at Comic-Con. We will have our cameras with us, and we will be trying to grab some of you to do some interviews with.
And obviously you'll know our costumes if you watch next week.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I will not be in full costume, by the way.
Oh, I'm gonna bring it.
I will have most of my costume, but you won't know that I'll be in full costume until Comic-Con.
That's when he lets it all hang out.
So I think that's going to be a show for this week. I'm Aaron.
I'm Katie. Oh, I'm Dustin.
I'm Katie.
And we'll catch you next time. So.
I'm Katie Punt, and I was nominated for the ALS Challenge by Aaron Mizell. And I am nominating Callie Actor, Nick Edwards, and Mark Actor.
Just don't let go of the cooler.
The water.